Hi everyone, how's everybody doing? I am here with Charlie. He decided to join me. He's a little feisty sometimes, but he likes to sit with me. I'm grateful for that. We're going to do something a little different tonight. I want to read, there's 25 Mystic Lore cards. I'm just going to read 13 of them and just open 4 packs, so we'll keep it a little shorter tonight. We've been so busy, like everybody this time of year. It's just been crazy. So I appreciate you guys joining me, and let's get started with the lovely Juturna. Regal and poised as Queen Juturna, overlord of the Mystic faction. Unfortunately, before her reign began, the Mystics were in a state of decline because of their stagnant, magic-oriented nature. The Naiadim are the best example of this arcane exorbitance that has left them disconnected from the concerns of anything beyond their own hedonism. Juturna believes leading them to reconnect with the physical world is a necessity if her people are to thrive. While Queen Juturna is the political leader of the Mystics, Muriel is their archmage and in many ways their spiritual leader. Her advanced knowledge of the arcane are second only to the encapsulated knowledge of lifetimes within the repository. Muriel's deep understanding of the importance of the soul and magic use allowed her to fragment her soul into 2 Onieros, Aurora and Fredonia. Perhaps now more than ever, her cooperation with Juturna is paramount, which is why she agreed to help lead the Halls of Ivy and teach humans magic. I apparently can't read very well tonight. I apologize. Kushiel is known as the living key of the repository. She and her forebears alone retain the ability to navigate and access the deepest and most powerful knowledge of long-dead mystics. Her senses dulled, her will is questionably her own, as she ebbs and flows through the labyrinthian repository at the behest of Henry and Hona. Though she is the key to immense knowledge, none would dare cause her harm, and risk witnessing the immense unstable explosion of power that would be unleashed should the runes she bears be shattered. Ooh, she's going to be interesting in the lore. Responsible for overseeing the vault, a mystic prison for the mind, Pasha's house has been well regarded and feared in the past. Since Pasha took the reins of her noble house, however, things have been run a bit differently. She often conducts lavish parties and invites many of low class to the chagrin of the nobility. Former prisoners have found their way to her side, and whispers of illicit dealings haunt her wake. And here is a fan favorite. Before arriving on Kryptik Island, Rosa was seen as a danger and a liability because she lacked control over her magic. Compounding this problem is that Rosa is as gifted with magic as her older sister Muriel, which means she's capable of uncontrolled, devastating spells. Since arriving on Kryptik Island, her mind seems to have shattered, as she only speaks in bursts of nonsense and cryptic, vague prophecies. There's Henry. Henry and Hona's family created the repository centuries ago, granting them a privileged place in an already opulent society. As the Mystic faction has a matriarchal society, the men in their family typically tend to the repository, while the women attend the court. Despite being the elder sibling, Henry's true calling was to follow in their father's footsteps and steward the repository. Sadly, the advent of the repository is what sparked the stagnation of the Mystic faction and their descent into apathy and magical isolationism. Apprentice of Muriel, Amara is a capable sorceress, but has not reached her full potential yet. Her fellow student Moxie is a close friend, but she is far more talented than Amara, making it difficult to study together. Outside of the mystics, Amara has found a kindred spirit, Astrid. forming an immediate bond over their similar levels of magic aptitude. The pair has ventured into the Nimbon more than once, although Amara would dare not enter without Astrid. A dedicated servant to Pasha is one of her former inmates, Davy. Remorseful and seeking to atone, he supports Pasha, believing her to be deserving of the mystic crown because of the mercy she had shown him. She allowed him to serve her rather than face a death sentence, and since he has been her loyal hound, although he is mostly unremarkable, Davy is a master navigator and provides the mystic faction with some of the fastest routes around Kryptik Island. Diethy's noble house came from humble beginnings, from simple court stewards tasked with maintaining the beauty of the mystic capital. They began to master illusion magic to create wondrous facades for any holiday or occasion. As the mystic faction sunk further into their reliance on magic and disconnect from the tangible world, the magic of Diethy's kin hid the severity of the derelict world they had wrought. Now on the island, faced with their vices, how will Diethy choose to work with other members of the court in this strange land? Bronwyn acts as the de facto leader of the Revivalist initiative, if only because of his unwillingness to compromise or even consider dissenting opinions put forth by the other members, Estrid and Ozara. The Revivalists are tasked by Juturna to help the mystic faction regain the desire to interact with the physical world by using magic as a tool rather than an interface. Bronwyn is a brilliant strategist and looks outward to the threats of Kryptik Island. In particular, he has found himself wary of Vlad's charisma and vicious strategic mind. A living shadow, Aurora shifts and slinks around Kryptik Island, functioning as a set of eyes and ears for Muriel. Aurora is more than a mere spy. She is a homunculus with aspects of Muriel built into her being. The exact nature of their relationship is known only to them, but simply put, there are aspects of Muriel's soul imprinted into Aurora. Most citizens see Aurora and Fredonia as no different than Muriel herself, but that could not be further from the truth. Everything changed for Corinna when she met Amador. She became infatuated with his sardonic humor and kind heart. Through her interactions with him, she discovered that the habitual and passive lifestyle of the Naiadim has become unfulfilling. Now emboldened by her new friend, Corinna has begun to explore more of the island. However, she still holds her horrifying visions to herself, convinced they would turn Amador away from her. Handmaiden to Diethy is a stoic Enyo, who proudly serves her lady with unwavering loyalty. Her family has been in the service of Diethy's noble household for generations as loyal bodyguards and servants. She has found herself conflicted with the coronation of Juturna, believing her to be the leader that the mystics need. Unfortunately, her lady does not fully support the queen, leading Enyo to choose between her beliefs and duty. We will conclude the mystic faction next time. So let's see what we got in these packs. I don't expect anything further spicy from this box since we already pulled the full art Holdar last time that I completely missed. Again, thankfully I caught it on video this time. Hopefully we'll get Laura Ophelia in the next set. That would be nice because she looks like she needs a final resting place somewhere else. Cassandra, Hormuz, Zilla, Dahlia, Felicity Lore, and a Kondo. Kondo foil. There's Miss Pasha and Davy, Diethy, and Aurora. Just read about them. Okay. Kerrigan will be up next in the lore cards. Dex, Rhea, Henry, Bronwyn, Vlad, and Electra. Beautiful foil. Amara, Electra again, Andres, and a Kondo. Got some Ascendant Mystic packs here. Ravana, Anya, Verica, Cormac, Astrid, Muriel. Oh, that foil is beautiful. Radiathy. Kansu, Eros, Adriel, and Cleo. I think what I would like to do is, when I have a moment, read over the lore cards again and try and come up with some sort of tree if possible, just connections between these characters, and see if we can make some, you know, predictions as to what might happen. There's certainly a lot going on, a lot of interrelationships between the factions, a lot of uncertainty. We know very little about the overseers who brought everybody to the island in the first place. So, short video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you all are doing well and taking care of yourselves and your families and each other. And we hope you have a wonderful holiday season. I'll try to do a couple more videos before the end of the month, but I just wanted to let you know in advance that I appreciate you watching, and I'm really grateful just to know that hopefully somebody's finding benefit from the lore and me reading these cards. I know that everybody can do that themselves, but I'm just honored to be able to do this, and I hope it's benefiting somebody, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for putting up with my rambling and not knowing what I'm doing on YouTube. Take care.